Hello everybody, my name is Borrow Iron and welcome back to a brand new series. This is the overview of the collection log. This is the new series where I'm going to go for the Gilded book. Yes, they've introduced a bunch of books now, tiered books whenever time you hit a milestone of 100, 200, 300, etc. Well, they've invented this book called the Gilded one, which is nice and golden. And I have to get myself 90% of the log. So that requires currently 1425 total logs to be completed. Currently, we are at 1009 out of 1594, so we've got to get ourselves over 400 new slots, at least on the Ironman, of course. Main current goals are, on this series, we're going towards getting the max cape, whilst we're also going for those collection log slots. So let's go ahead and see what we have installed and how much I've done so far. So if I click on collections overview, it now pings up with this nice new looking just nice and new looking overview of what I've got on here. You can see the percentage and you can see that raids is rather bleak. Mini games isn't that great either, but overall they're looking yellowy. We're going to go ahead and look at these latest collections. As you can see, we got these scroll cases that they introduced recently. That was the last thing I've got. That pushed me over the 1000, which was the goal in the previous series, which I started back in the 31st of October 2021. So this series in the making has been well over 3.5 years in the making, and it finally concluded yesterday when I recorded the last clips. But what we're going to do now is go ahead and see what we actually got on here. And we're going to start off with the bosses, section by section. You'll probably hear me say that near future side of things. If that's the case, the near future stuff will be more like in this current year we're in. And then the next, like the future or far future will be obviously beyond of 2025. So let's start off and show you what I've gotten on my Ironman and what sort of grinds we'll be looking into doing in the near future. So Abyssal Sire 230 KC, we have not done many of that at all really, and I think we are about right on the onside. I think they're 1 in 100, and still no full bludgeon, but yeah, we're going to move on to Hydra. Not much change from actually the previous time we looked at the overview of my collection log back in 2021. We are still missing the jar, just a couple more KC added on top. Quite a lot of bosses, quite a lot of new ones added to the character, to the game itself, so there'll be a huge difference if you compare the two overviews. A lot more content has been added. I even believe the raids, Toa was not even a thing back in 2021. So we're going to go ahead. Moxalites on Moxalatls. Don't have the pet. Araxor at 100 KC, but don't have the gear for it. Would be nice to get the Fang and also the Halberd. Barrow's chest, still missing Torog's plate body. This was going to be the grind I was going to go for the 1000th slot. Wasn't to be when Jaggets decided to add the scroll cases as an update, just automatically unlocking 13 slots. I kind of wish they introduced that with Watson. I wish Watson could you had to talk to them to unlock the cases rather than just logging in and just have no chance of preventing it, but isn't to be. 1600, 1, 2, 3, our first green section, and you'll see that quite a few has been green, so we'll see what we've got, but 3 of these. The wilderness bosses, I'll say this now, I haven't touched them whatsoever apart from Callisto before the update. Wilderness content in general, not really touched, other than maybe a bit of Dagon High for the keys, the Laren keys. So that's going to prevent me from talking about the wilderness stuff. Cerberus, we greenlogged recently, getting the pets during a bingo event, which was really amazing. So don't have to ever do that boss ever again, apart from doing its combat tasks in the future. Chaos Elemental, greenlogged. Chaos Fanatic, I am missing Odium Shard 1, and I'm also missing another Odium Shard from another boss, which you'll see shortly. Commander Ziliana. Would be nice to get the Jukes in general. With the wilderness stuff as well, I would like to say that once PvP or PKing content comes out, or event ones like Deadman mode, or even leagues in the future, I will probably hop on and do wilderness content whilst the majority of the player base is not looking for me to get killed in the wilderness. With Corporal Beast as well, I know I've killed 0, but apparently there is talk of this becoming like a group activity boss, so potential kills in the future, but for now we're waiting on best in slot items for that strategy. Crazy Archaeologist completed. Den of Kings, just looking for the pets, not expecting that. The Range Archaeologist now has his own collection of slots, and just the slot itself is still rings. Juke, we haven't really touched DT2 bosses. This is a near future content I want to work on. Near future, meaning obviously this year, so later this year is DT2 bosses. Fight caves, haven't touched Colosseum. Not sure whether I'll do it this year, maybe next year, but I would like to try and tick off the list of what it requires on Master Clue Scroll item requirements for Yuri and Follow the Bard. Gauntlet, definitely this year. It is on my list to do. Just carrying on the backlog whilst I do a big skilling grind. General Guardor, BGS I do not have, unfortunately. That is a big item required for the Corporal Beast, which we'll touch on about. So that's why I'm not going to Corporal Beast at all. Giant Mole completed. Grotesque Guardians, missing 3 items. That's the pet, the hammer, and the jar. Espore completed twice over. This Huey dragon thing, unfortunately got 1 hide to my name. Did this pretty much on release, and yeah, they decided to change it, which I normally do. I normally wait for stuff to get changed, but for some reason I decided to do Huey really early and only get 1 hide, and then I couldn't get a hide for like 900 kills and I just gave up. I need another 2 more for a Master Clue Scroll step. Pet and Wand also missing. Inferno, not touched. Probably not going to touch. Reason, because I have 0 confidence in my ability. Time as well, and sometimes my Wi-Fi can decide to hate me as well. So that's off the charts for time being. KQ, that's correct. 4 KQ heads in 115 KC. Incredibly sorry whoever's hunting for this. Yeah, that's incredibly spoon for the head itself. King Blood Dragon, one of the hardest bosses or longer term bosses to kill for the pet. Completed, spooned it super early. Got it before my KBD heads, which is weird to say. Kraken completed. Kriara, missing the helmet and the chest plate out of obviously the pet because it's 1 in 5,000. The helmet is the big one that I kind of want. This is because of the Master Step. Krill, would be nice to get the ZGS for also a Master Step as well. And stuff that would be a big improvement for my magic gear. Leviathan, obviously going to do that later this year sometime. Moon's Apparel. I'm not sure what you think of Moon's Apparel, but personally I hate it. I feel like a hate word is like not a very nice word of course, but hate to me, this is the content. As much as it's a nice place to walk around and do some skilling and here and there and killing some bits and pieces, the bosses themselves, I do not like the mechanics. But all 3 of them have great mechanics, and all 3 of them have very crap mechanics. So it just makes it very depressing. And they don't give clue scrolls, which is another thing that really annoys me. Next, I'll be doing more masses in the future, try and get some more slots hopefully. Preferably, I would like to get myself the horn for the crossbow. Nightmare, not touched it, probably should. Obor, completed. Misc, yes. Diabolical, 1 KC. Probably should get the bow, but that's a later date thing. Royal Totems, not touched. Need a friend, so that'd be a good start. Seracnus, just hunting for the pets, but that'll be a later date thing as well. Scorpia, as I say, don't really do much content in the wilderness. Scurious, 1 KC, didn't really enjoy it. Probably will go back to it eventually to get the spine, and maybe the pet at a later date once I get my groove. Scatizo, missing the pet, which is weird. 100 KC, should already have it, but don't. But do have the jar, so can't complain too much, can I? Also missing the Dark Totem. Temporos, we are missing both the pet and the tome, but kind of expected. But I will be working on this quite soon. As I said, I'm going for the max cape. Even though I said that back in 2021, but I'm actually actively working on it now. Fermi. Took me 5,000 kills plus just to kill this for 1 jar. waste of time. Do have one slot here, the Blood Quartz for 1 KC, got it during the quest, bit weird, but I'm very happy that I actually got something from it. Wilderness content, nothing to say else. Volkov, you might hate me, but yep, 2 Vorki to my name. Also have the jar as well. Got the pets and the jar very early as well, so sorry against the people that are going dry on these. Whisper, say, future. Wintertots, just looking for the Phoenix pet, but I might do some here and there over time. Might even go to 1,000 kills, now the changes seem to be quite good. Yama, as I say, still need a friend. Volcano, Tulsi and Shard, spin the pet really early. And Zora. We are missing just a mutagen Tanzanite one. We will be going there soon because we run out of scales, so be nice to get those back. On to the raids. Nothing. Well, we got one anyway, which is a Dark Relic. We don't even have the Torn Prayer Scroll, which is embarrassing. Something I should really work on one day, but one day. It's not on my list to do, but it probably should be, but not the content I really enjoy personally. Theatre of Blood, same thing really. Not really a fan of raids, so it's going to be the same for Tomb Mascots. But Tomb Mascots, at least you can start from literally from 0 and you work your way up to try and get a purple or snag some uniques, which I'll probably do probably at the end of the year or potentially at the start of next year. That is something I would like to try and do for my first raids compared to out of the 3. Clue Scrolls, my favourite section. Beginners completed over 1,000. Didn't take me just that, but I just enjoy doing them, so I keep doing them. Get my ranks up in the clue ranks as well as just constantly just doing them. Just love Clue Scrolls, all tier Clue Scrolls, especially when they change that Charlie Step horrible thing when you're an Ironman. You had to get it out of your way to get your own items, but you can just buy it from the shop, which is wonderful rather than fishing stuff or crafting stuff. Easies, we're missing basically 3 out of 4 capes. We only have 1, which is Cape 0. We scroll through here and you see we don't have any of the Monk Robe G parts, but we do however have the flare trousers and the hammer joints. Missing a couple of elegants, but other than that not much. Mediums 98 or 115. We do have ranger boots, so we actually have 2 lots, had one before the log came out, but we do have to look for the holy sandals and spiked manacles. And then once again we scroll again through here, some easy ones to get. Some harder ones like the unicorn masks and the elegant pieces are harder to get. Hard 122 out of 134. Sorry. 1,000 completed or just over. We have 5 Robin Hood hats to our name. Every single god armor pieces of Rune completed on the character. And we are missing the 4 heraldic bodies, and we are missing 2 god D-hide shields as well as other little knickknacks as well. Elites, we've completed 242. We did get the Ring of Third Age, which was also from an Elite Clue Scroll reward. My big opening I did earlier this year. We also did get ourselves 2 tuxedo pieces as well, which is also massive. And other items is a bit more common to get. Master Clue Scrolls, yes, we have the pet. We spooned the pet very early on when it first came out really. I think it was like something stupid like 15 or 16 Master Clue Scrolls completed. The other rare thing we have is the God Sword Ornament Kit, but other than that we don't have anything else that's particularly rare. Now we go on to the mega rare stuff, or I can just go and skip to the shared stuff because that's a bit boring. So you can just have a little look there, and the scroll cases, which have been added very recently. But to the rares, the hard rares, we have the beautiful piece of the Third Age Robe Top. Robe Top is stunning. Never thought I'd get Third Age in my life sort of thing. It was like a career situation of playing RuneScape. I just wanted Third Age and I finally achieved that earlier this year. Elite Clue Scrolls for rare, 4 out of 39. We do have the Gilded Boots and the Gilded Vambraces and Gilded Body. And then lastly, the Master, we have another one of the Bucket Helm G. On to the minigames. Barbara Rare and Assault. Not a fan of it, but I will try and get around to doing these slots. Pet will probably be probably not happen personally because I don't really care for it that much. Still need to do the achievement diary to complete level 5 in all roles. So that's more my priority on that one whenever I do BA. Brimhaven and GT completed. Castle Wars are started, but there are little bits and pieces that I need to do. I think I've only got about 70 or 80 tickets completed so far, something like that, maybe 60. Fishing Trawler completed. Giant's Foundry, missing the tunic and trousers and blade. Gnome Restaurant completed. Gardens of Rift, getting there. 2 dies are needed. The eye, which I can buy with the pearls, and the locket can be getting from the intricate pouch. The situation here is that I will be doing Gardens of Rift rather soon, as I want to work on getting base 90s on my character. We're currently on 2 skills left over, which is 87 construction, 87 rune crafting, so we are currently needing to get that up. Hallowed Supporter, not completed a single grand hallowed coffin because I don't have the level for it. Just need 1 more level actually, but something I will be working towards slowly. LMS, probably should do it, but I'm not really PK trained, so something for me to learn in the future. Mage Arena training, or Mage Training Arena, should do it, but haven't. Mahogany Homes, something I'll be doing soon. Missing the shirt, the trousers, the sword, and the blueprints. The Mastering Mixology, not touched, but on to-do list. Not urgent, but is on to-do though. Pest Control, should get it done, but I haven't. Rogue's Den, completed. Shades of Morton, completed. Soul Wars, not completed. Rather than going for the smaller item, I decided to open 3 Spores War and didn't get the pet. Of course, not that lucky, can I? Temple Trekking, completed. Tie Farming, not completed. Would like to get my CFC box, especially when I do the opening with the Brimstone keys once the Max Cape has been obtained. Other than that, I will get around to it. Trouble Brewing, not touched it, probably should. Quite easy AFK stuff there. Volcanic Mines, missing 4 items, basically haven't touched it personally. Other, the last section of the log, is this aerial fishing. We are missing 2 of the fishing rods. We are kind of close to 1, I believe, with the pearls I've got banked, and the fish stack as well. All pets, we're currently 15 out of 64, so we are chugging along nicely, and we shall scroll through to show you what pets I've gotten. Camdozel completed. Champions Challenge, passively doing it as and when sort of thing. Chompy Bird, don't really want to kill 4,000 of them just yet, but it is on the list. Colossal Worm Agility completed. Creature Creation completed. Cyclops completed. Elder Chaos Druid, I say it's going to be wilderness content, so probably be a passive Slayer tasks for not Kona, for Cristilia, for getting Laren keys. Forestry, just need to get the whistle, the golden egg, something I'll do when I go for 9 woodcutting. Fossil Island Notes completed. Cloth Experience, I don't like this because you can see I've killed it over 2,500 times. That was before they updated it recently. Yeah, pretty terrible depression on like drop rates. So we're still missing the heavy frame and the monkey tail. Hunter Guild, we're missing the pet and the boots. Monkey Backpacks completed. Motherlone Mines completed. Mine Notes completed. Random Events completed. Revenants not completed. We do have 1 totem to our name finally after 614 Revenant kills. I'll try and do them scold whenever I go there possible. I sometimes go there just randomly just to do some PVM. But for now, the wilderness can be rather busy at the moment. Especially that what's coming up is the school holidays for some holidays, so definitely no wilderness content for me for a long time, until demo mode I think. Rooftops completed, Shades in Armour completed, Shooting Stars completed, Skilling Pets 2 out of 8, missing the Beaver, the Chin Chomper, the Squirrel, Tangleroot, the Rocky and the Rift, the Guardian. We do have the Heron and also the Rock Golem. Slayer 73 out of 80, still missing the Hearts, very depressing because nearly 28 million experience in Slayer and a lot of superiors slain, but we did finally knock off a curse of getting the Eternal Gem rather recently. We're also missing the Wyvern Visage, and then we scroll through to the stuff that is required more from keys, chests, which is the Dagon High Rotop and 3 of the dust pieces, but we are also missing these boots which I want to get off. Complete. I would like to get that mainly because I want to go for the Serapnus pets later down the line, as well as it gives out quite a lot of clue scrolls, the Serapnus pet grind as well. Tormented Demons, not necessarily touched, but something I like to try and do for best in slot for Demon Bait. Equipment, and upgrades to Tsar. Yep, that's correct. I do have the staff, so I'm very lucky in that side of things once I go back to that grind. And finally, miscellaneous, 43 out of 54. Missing the Herbie pet expected because I'm nowhere near the drop rate. But other than that, nothing superbly amazing. We're missing the Dragonfall helm. We've already done 67 Tube Bones and a lot of Mithril Dragons. Both Metal Slices missing. Eternal Gem missing as well. Not restarted that grind. I just do that whenever I run out of glory charges. 2 out of 4 Evil Chicken. Other than that, we also have 1 out of 5 of the Dragonstone armor pieces, and I believe I've looted the chest over 600 times on this character. Also, not to forget, this is an Ironman, so everything is gotten by myself, and by myself only, unless it's group content, which seems to be getting there. So, in regards of the overview, we can see that the Rune is required for 1100 slots, so we are already on our way there. Going for that, we require 91 more slots, and we shall begin that with episode 1, where we shall work towards that Rune and try and tick off a couple of mini games whilst I'm trying to skill the character. That is the goals and the overview of that. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this new series, this new era of my collection log on the character. And I'm currently 126.1 total. I'm not going to get any higher because I have all of the combats maxed out, including the prayer. So yeah, the skills we're currently missing is rune crafting, construction. We are missing thieving, agility, fishing, and woodcutting. So we are passively getting there closer and closer, day by day. But we will get the max cape, and the max cape will unlock me a very juicy dopamine tab. But I'll be showing you that in the next episode, and that'll be episode number 1. Anyway, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this new journey of my character going for the Gilded Golden Book of this collection log. Don't know why I did it, but it does look rather fancy. Anyway, I'll see you then. Cheers and goodbye.